Hey there. Are you a solopreneur struggling to juggle your endless tasks? Do you ever feel like there just aren't enough hours in the day? Well, what if I told you that you can master your workflow and skyrocket your efficiency without working any overtime hours? How's that sound? Before we dig in, I want to invite you to be sure and hit that bell and subscribe because I publish a new episode every Thursday. And in case we've not met, I'm Kathy Schneider. I have been an online entrepreneur since 2001, helping solopreneurs elevate your game with streamlined workflows and organized habits. I do this so you can maximize your productivity because I am all about helping you spend more time doing the things you enjoy with the people you love and not working every free minute of your day. All right, let's dive in. As solopreneurs, our business is our baby, right? And like any good parent, we want to nurture it to its fullest potential. The key, we've got to master the art of efficiency. Today, I'm going to walk you through 5 game-changing tactics and tools that can transform your workflow from chaotic to streamlined. These are things I actually use myself, and I can tell you they really make a difference. They work. We are going to explore how the tools Google Calendar, Google Drive, Asana, Slack, and even your trusty old physical planner can become your allies in this quest. So I want you to grab your coffee, your water, your iced tea, whatever it is, and let's get efficient. Okay, number 1, mastering Google Calendar for time management. Google Calendar is as helpful. It is like the starting point for time management. Okay. It's just when people say, like, why do you love Google Calendar so much? I really feel like it's where it all starts when it comes to managing your time. Not only does it include all of the core functionality that you need in a digital calendar, like scheduling, calendar sharing, notifications, it's free. All right. So for the brand new solopreneur or even the established solopreneur, you still want to watch your budget. Like, the whole idea is to be making money from your business, not just spending it on tools and outsourcing, right? So anytime you can find something that works and it's efficient and it's free, then why not use it? So I love it for that reason. In addition, it's beneficial for integrating your personal and professional life. So you can integrate and let those two flow together, and Google Calendar makes that really easy. Here's some practical steps when it comes to setting up your calendar. I want you to be sure and color code events for different tasks, all right? And then utilize the reminders and the notifications, very important. And then block time out for deep work and for breaks. I've actually got some previous videos that I've recorded. I'll link to those in the show notes below, where I dive deeper into these things specifically. I've got several videos specifically just on Google Calendar. So if that's an area that you're wanting to learn more about, I'm going to invite you to be sure and check out those videos. Okay, a couple of pro tips though before we move on. You can actually sync Google Calendar with other apps. I don't necessarily sync it with all of them, but I sync it with my other tools or other apps when it makes sense. Okay. And that's got to be, does it make sense for your business? You can even share your calendar with team members or so that you've got better collaboration, which is really nice. Or you can even share it with your family. Like my husband, I share my calendar. He doesn't have to have it turned on all the time. He shares his calendar with me, vice versa. That way we're able to, at a glance, just look and say, oh, you know what? He's got an appointment here or an appointment there. So when we're trying to schedule something, we know one another's schedule because we're very diligent about keeping our calendars up to date. Number 2, Google Drive. It is your digital filing cabinet. Okay. I don't know. I'm old. So I remember back, this proves how old I am. I remember back to the big old stand-up filing cabinet, the metal one. I remember the first time my husband and I bought our first filing cabinet, I was thrilled. I couldn't wait to get it all organized, buy the colored folders, get it all sorted through. I was always the one that wanted to buy, the colored ones, not just the manila folders, and I wanted to file everything. So anyway, that's how Google Drive is. Same thing. You could even color code those folders, which I love. It's the space to centralize all your documents and resources. And what a bonus that you can actually access it. This is so huge from literally anywhere, like even from your phone. But to do that, you want to make sure you use the app. There is an option just to use the browser, but on the phone, I recommend that you use the app. It's so much better. All right. And then for the most efficiency, be sure to organize those files with folders and put some serious thought into the naming conventions you use. Again, I've got a previous video where I dig deeper into this, so I'll be sure and link to that in the show notes for you. If this is an area that you're wanting to really master, then you'll want to be sure and watch these the other videos that I've recorded for you. You can utilize shared folders for team projects. You can leverage the version of history to track changes. And just a couple of advanced tips. Again, Google Drive integrates with both Asana and Slack for seamless workflow. And I'm going to be covering both of those in number 3 and number 4. Then also, I want you to get into the habit, if you start using Google Drive, make sure you get into the habit of using Drive's search feature. Don't sit there and search and search and search if you've maybe misfiled something or you don't remember where you filed something. That's okay. Don't freak out over it. Just use the search feature. Makes it so good. All right. Number 3, I mentioned Asana. Okay, that is my project management system. It simplifies managing all of your projects. The number one question I get from people when it comes to Asana is, what is it and why do I need it? Okay, it's kind of like, well, what is Asana and why do I need it? In a nutshell, this is what I say. Asana is for breaking down projects into manageable tasks, so they're step by step. You know exactly what to do step by step. Maybe you're building a funnel. Maybe you're redoing your website. Maybe you're recording the YouTube video like I'm here. My YouTube videos, gosh, I can't remember. I think they have 17 steps that are involved. Guess what? That's why it's so easy for me to go boom, 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 boom. I can knock them out because I just go in order of that project inside Asana for every single video that I record. It makes it so easy. Now, for getting the most out of Asana, you're going to want to create and assign tasks, even if that means assigning those tasks to yourself, okay? In fact, you'll want to use it for you alone for a while before you add any team members so that you can work out the best flow for the structure in your business. Also, be sure to always set deadlines, dates, okay? So set those dates, those deadline dates, and set priorities. It's just a good thing, a good habit to get into so that you know, like when time is, you sit down to work, you're not sure what you need to work on, it's going to come up in the order that it needs to be done. But then you've got those priorities. So if a day is short or kind of gets messed up and you need to maybe shift some things to some other days, you can look, and the things that are highest priority, you get done. The others, you can maybe, move them to some slower days later in the week. And for views, for most of my projects, I prefer using the board view, okay? But for my tasks, which is just a feature inside Asana, this is the first thing I pull up each morning when I walk into my office, all right? I prefer the list view there instead of the board view because I literally, like I mentioned, I just go down the list in order. A board view is going to have columns, and each of those columns could have things like maybe you've got something in column 1 that needs to happen at 9 o'clock. Maybe you've got something in column 2 that needs to happen at 9:15. Column 3, do you see what I'm saying? It could be different. Whereas if it's just a list, they're literally going to be in order of the time. Okay. You'll love the magic that Asana does when it comes to integration. You can link it to your Google Calendar if you want. But what I find to be the most beneficial is being able to attach Google Drive folders and Google Drive documents to the coordinating tasks within my Asana. Makes it so easy. Number 4, Slack. Oh, this streamlines team communication. It is a fabulous tool for client communication as well when working like one-on-one with a client, or if you're working with a small group of clients. So much better than Voxer, as an example. I absolutely love Slack. It is my go-to. Even when I hire a coach of my own, I introduce them to Slack because I love it so much better than, say, I've had people use Basecamp. I've had people use, like I say, Voxer, WhatsApp. I really love Slack. It just streamlines everything. it's going to drastically reduce your email overload, okay? And it's going to help you with organizing communication so that it's in an easy to follow flow. It also provides instant communication with your team, for your team. So it's with your team and for your team both. And for the most effective use of Slack, you will want to set up channels, okay? In Slack, they call them channels. So you set up channels for different projects and or topics. So like, for instance, I've got one for YouTube. I've got one for my blog. Well, the people that help me with my YouTube are different than the people that help me with my blog. So I have those two different channels as an example. So I don't, and then I have another lady that helps me with Pinterest. Well, I've got a Pinterest channel. That way, only the people that are involved see those messages, and they're the only ones that have to, pay attention to them. They're not bogged down with all the chatter going on if it's not related to them. Then you can use direct messages for quick questions and replies. As I mentioned earlier, you can set it up and integrate with Asana for task updates, which again, this just saves more time. Also, productivity hacks, if you can customize the notifications, and you can even use Slack bots for reminders and scheduling. But I want you to note this, okay, this is really important. Slack is only for communication with others that are working for you, or that maybe people that you're coaching, or maybe you're being coached by. It's not necessary if you have neither of those going on in your business yet, okay? So like, there was a time I didn't use Slack when I did not outsource anything, and I didn't have any one-on-one clients or any small group coaching clients, and I wasn't being coached by any of that, okay? So it's specifically for communication with working with others. So if you're not at that stage yet, then you definitely don't need it yet. Okay, number 5, a physical planner. In my opinion, it's a non-negotiable. There'll be people that argue with me, and that's fine, but it's my show. I get to say it, right? It's a non-negotiable. In fact, back just a few weeks ago, I did an in-depth episode on the power of a physical planner and how and why I see it being a solopreneur's secret weapon. I talked about how it balances, how to balance both digital and physical tools, how you can balance the two and blend them together. So your, say, Google Calendar and your physical planner, how to balance those two together, why a physical planner complements digital tools, and how writing down tasks actually aids in memory retention. And then maximizing your planner with daily and weekly planning rituals, reviewing and adjusting goals, and how it helps to balance work and personal life. So I'll link to it down in the show notes. I also even gave a suggestion for the planner I use, the one I recommend, the one I teach. So be sure and watch that, and even review it again if you've already viewed it. It's so good. In fact, it's kathyschneider.com/33. I'll put that here, but I'll also drop it in the show notes below. All right, as we wrap up, remember that efficiency isn't just about doing more, it's about doing what matters in a smarter way. So by mastering these 5 tactics or tools, you'll not only improve your workflow, but you're also going to free up time for creativity. You're going to free up time for growth, and perhaps you'll free up some time for some well-deserved rest, right? So utilize Google Calendar for impeccable time management, Google Drive for centralized documentation, Asana for streamlined project management, and Slack for efficient communication. And then, of course, choose and use a physical planner. I want you to implement these strategies and watch as your journey becomes more productive and less stressful. It's time to begin working smarter, not harder. Would you agree? Okay, look below this video for some free resources that I've pulled together for you. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, because I publish a new episode every Thursday. And in the next one, I am going to be sharing one of the most popular topics on my channel, and that is favorite design tool, how to use Canva for beginners. So be sure to tune into that next week. And remember to keep challenging, keep learning, and keep growing.